I'm Brittany Hopkins and I'm just going to show how to treat an animal. I'm just going to do a flea treatment today with my cat. So just Advantage Flea Top Spot, and it's for cats over 4 kilos and my cat's 6 kilos, so this is fine for him. And just picking him up, I restrain their front legs and hold them by the scruffs, so they're pretty much in my control, and I'm doing that, and they can't really bite or scratch me this way. So this is Foxy. He's just getting a top spot and he's pretty well behaved, so luckily for me I don't have to be too forceful with him, but some cats might need a bit more strict restraint. But I can just, and it's safe for me to do this just by myself because I know the patient, and if I did need help then I would ask for another vet or vet nurse to help me restrain the cat while I treat it, or the dog, either way. Now this is the top spot I'm using today, so I'll just take this out. And this is a monthly treatment, and so he's due for his treatment today. I'm restraining the front legs, still holding by the scruff. And I know if I can just have my arm in front of his legs, it should be fine. And this one I take the lid off and puncture a hole in the top, and that's fine. Now I just part the hair on the back of his neck where he can't lick it off or rub it off as easily, and I just do a little line of the top spot back there. As you can see, he's pretty used to this, so he's not being too difficult. Now usually before treating any animal you should give them a physical examination, and seeing as this is just a top spot, it's not as necessary as it wouldn't be dangerous really. It's not that dangerous a procedure, but for the purpose of the exercise I'll demonstrate how I would examine an animal. So I've got all the top spot on there, there's none left in there, so he's all good now. So checking vitals, I would check the capillary refill time, which is just pressing down, good boy, and just seeing that it comes back pink again, and his is fine, it comes back pretty much immediately. So if it's 2 seconds or more, then that would be a concern, but as it's coming straight back, that means he's pretty healthy. And his gums were pretty pink to start with, so that's good. I know with cats they're more pale pink, but this is nothing to worry about. Now checking their the beats per minute, their heart, I'd have to get a stethoscope, and for cats I'd place it around the chest area here, for dogs just kind of behind their elbow around here until I can hear it. What I would do is I would listen for 15 seconds, and then I would times that number by 4 to come up with how many beats they have per minute. And I'd also do a visual examination, just watching their chest and their ribs moving to check that that's all looking well. And I know that my cat's pretty sound because he gets checked pretty much daily because it's in my house. But yeah, so he's looking pretty well. He hasn't got any injuries or anything anywhere. His claws are all fine, his mouth is all healthy, his vocal, he's pretty bright and reactive to things. His eyes are fine, he can see everything. He was walking fine today, so there's really nothing wrong with him. And if I had him at the vet's, he would be right to go back, and because he's had his treatment, that would be recorded in the computer, and I'll be all fine. I'm just going to give him a treat, so he's being well behaved. You can have that. And yeah, with cats especially, treating them, I'd have them in a small room like I do now. I'm just in my laundry, which is pretty confined, so that if he did jump away he wouldn't go far and be fairly easy to catch him and restrain him again. Mostly any treatments with cats, I would have them in a confined area because they're likely to escape, and it's not like a dog where you can have them in a harness or a collar most of the time and they're more easy to catch again. But even with misbehaving dogs, it's still the smaller area you have is better because you won't have them running around the vets or won't be a concern to any other people or animals around. And yeah, also checking their temperature. I'm not really going to do with my cat today because I haven't got a thermometer with me and he's being very well behaved already. But what we do is we have the thermometer stick, and so that inserts just into the anus, not very far in, just enough to be able to read a temperature, and just slightly touching the wall so that you can get an accurate reading. Then after this is used on an animal, we use a chlorhexidine soap just to wipe it down and then rinse it off, and then that can be put away pretty much because it's pretty clean to use on another animal. And yeah, so putting a cat back as well, it's the same kind of restraint. It's holding the front legs and holding them by their scruff. As you can see, he's quite angry, but he's still restrained this way. And just, yeah, especially with cats, we try to be fairly quick in treating them as well as accurate because they can get quite aggressive, but he's been very well behaved today, so I'll give him a treat and he can go back outside where he was. So I'm just giving him a little piece of ham. Most animals won't need this, but I mean,